Hey, welcome back to The Big Show. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Our next guest, Bob Gardner. He's a freedom and transformation specialist who actually helps people overcome anxiety and addiction by actually uncovering the root cause. He also says that going off the grid can actually help this process. Bob, welcome back to Daily Flash. Going off the grid, I think of like camping. I think of maybe like RVing when we dry dock and everything, but I need to find out exactly what off the grid means in life. Is that a literal thing, or maybe explain it for us?
Oh, sure. No, not a problem. Look, going off grid basically means taking yourself in short bursts outside of the natural flow of life so that you can do a little bit of maintenance. If you think about it like your car, going off grid on the car is maybe your car has some anxiety. So you take it into the shop. It is no longer on the grid. And in a short amount of time, you can start to rectify things and get it running well. Most people are trying to fix their car in this metaphor while still driving it. And that's where a lot of problems run in, and it takes a long time to heal.
I like that analogy. I think it's, goes along with, think about yourself. Obviously, you're not going to be able to be effective if you're, going through all this turmoil and such. But how can we actually start training off the grid, and how can it actually transform basically how I spend my day, my time when I'm actually on the grid?
Yeah, so what I do, obviously, I run these really intensive in-person retreats. So it's like 5 days, we take their phones away, and we're focused in such a way that there's no distractions. Nothing from the normal area of life is pulling them away from the process that they're doing in that moment, and so that we can really get to the bottom of things and work it out of the body and work it out of the mind. Well, in your daily life, if you set some time to put the phone away, or if you have, for instance, some way of eliminating distractions in a small amount of time, and usually that means going away from home or going to a safe place or a spot that isn't your natural place of doing things, and then you're not going to be interrupted by all the stuff that gets like a mom brain to go thinking about the kids, or a dad to go thinking about what's the next thing at work.
So you feel like having the whole body approach is actually speeds up the process of healing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've only got about 86 billion neurons in your head.
That's it?
Cells in your head. You got like 70 trillion in your whole body, and all of them have memory. All of them learn. All of them adapt to their environment. So they've memorized a way of handling your life, and you might get your brain on board. Everybody listening to this has moments where they realize, hey, I know that what I'm doing is not the right way to react to this, but I can't stop. That's because the rest of the body, all these mini little brains in the body, still haven't gotten the message. So what I do is try to isolate that and get the whole body all in one place all together. And then it's amazing how quickly the body can learn, because you're not trying to pull it in different areas all at once while you're trying to do work and while you're trying to handle the kids and stuff. You get it all together, and then we can move.
As you were talking, I was thinking, as we go throughout the day and we have issues pop up, we always like to say, kind of give them a label, like, oh, that's my ADHD, or oh, it's because of this or that. And we put those labels on our struggles, but you say that's not good at all to do that. It seems like identifying would help, but why isn't it good? Explain.
Sometimes identifying can help, but most of the time it ends up creating a place where a person gets to park and stay put. If you say it's my ADHD, it's like talking about it like you have a pet, and now you have to take care of it. You got to take it on walks. You got to do all these other things. You got to set boundaries around it. And the reality is ADHD is a label. Think about it like a pickle jar. When you got a label on a jar, it's hard to see what's really going on inside. And the word pickle does not describe the experience of eating the thing. And so getting the label off and really diving into what's going on in the body changes so much. People realize, oh, maybe my version of ADHD or my version of anxiety doesn't actually match everyone's. And my version actually feels like this. Oh, well, I can change that. The label often makes people too vague with what they're really dealing with, and leaves them helpless to be able to shift things.
The irony is, I have ADHD, and the whole time you're talking about pickles, if you look at a pickle jar, this has nothing to do with anything. It doesn't say the word. It does not say the word pickles on it. We had this discussion on our show. Bob, next time you go to the grocery store, look at a bunch of pickles. It doesn't say. It'll say kosher, Spears, but it doesn't say the
kosher
word
dill. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but sorry, I went off on that. I do
labels
appreciate
are not helpful.
No,
this
see,
is why
right?
labels aren't
Yes,
helpful.
exactly. I labeled it as this, and now we're talking about pickles when we were talking about getting off the grid, man. And I would love to take my ADHD and off the grid and just leave it somewhere, by all means. But no, I appreciate what you're saying here. I mean, is it that difficult? What do people say at the end of when they spend time with with you that they didn't have their cell phones for X amount of days or whatever, or time. What is something in common that they always say at the end of going through this experience?
That they don't want their phones back, that they realize that life is so much more beautiful without it. They get the phone, and that's when they realize, oh my gosh, my reaction to my phone, my reaction to this stream of information in this bit of metal and glass in my hand has been the way that I have been producing all this stuff. But now they have a different set of skills. And so we have them get their phones, and then we have them practice what we just taught them with their phone.
I deeply appreciate that as well. I got to have my phone so I can take a picture of the pickle and send it to you, the pickle jars. I'm telling you, dude, look, you're not going to find them. This is very interesting stuff. Going off the grid. You want more information, this is where you need to go. You need to go right now during the commercial break, thefreedomspecialist.com. You can check out his book, Built for Freedom. And again, the website waiting for you, freedomspecialist.com. We'll have that link on our website at dailyflashshow.com.